Oh, hello. It's me. I'm live. Are you there? Hello, everyone. It's me, Jake. Hey, you see how that worked? It's me, Jake. Greetings. Greetings to you all. Ooh, how does that work? It's me, Jake. Welcome aboard. It's the daily briefing. It's the daily briefing. It's Monday. Hello, hello, Keith in Florida. I see you. I've got this ridiculous effect going right now. Oh, how does that work? That's pretty bizarre right there. Oh, I can get it to do that. That's good, isn't it? Oh my God. Disturbing. Disturbing or not disturbing? I don't know. Lady Jerry's going to be here today, and so I'm just kind of getting ready, getting myself together for her to come in to the show. I feel pretty good. Monday, went for a dip in the ocean, as usual, and let's see if I can get rid of this ridiculous effect. Oh, I don't even know where I go to do it. Okay, there we are. Hello, that was. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, it's Monday. Learned a new trick. Hope you learned a new trick over the weekend. Got a text message. Lady Jerry and I both got text messages that our second dose of the COVID vaccine is on schedule for Thursday. So that's going to happen. And I'm very excited that I'll be fully vaccinated. And also, how exciting is this? I received my jury summons on Friday. So we're back in business, everyone. I still don't have a stand-up date, but I'm going in for jury duty. It's too dangerous to open the comedy clubs and do shows for audiences, but jury duty, yeah, get in a courtroom with a bunch of strangers and some possible criminals. Oh, cops, strangers, criminals, you bet. Bring it on. Get down here. Or you're under arrest. So yeah, I've registered for my jury duty. I'm trying to change the location to a courthouse closer to me, but they've changed the rules on that. So I can't be sure I'm going to be able to change to the Santa Monica courthouse, which means that I'll have to appear in downtown for the courthouse down there, and I'm not looking forward to that. Jen, you're here with your pants off. Congratulations. Julie, greetings. Bob, yes. So we've got Motivational Monday coming up today. Lady Jerry's going to be here, and I've got this lovely postcard. Laura's been sending postcards to everyone, and I was included. I went down to the post office box today, and I got this lovely postcard for Lord and Lady Jerry, and that was very thoughtful. I'm looking to see Christopher. You got your first dose of Pfizer this morning. Congratulations. Oh, Laura, yes, you are here. So I got your postcard. Thank you. So nice. Found a shop in Biloxi that sold vintage postcards, and you shared this one with me. I'm so grateful. In fact, I was a little jealous when I heard that other people were getting postcards and I hadn't gotten one. So I really appreciate it. And this is the Keesler AFB in Air Force Base in Biloxi, Mississippi. And I see these are the workers. They're on their screens checking out the radar. Keeler Air Force Base is located on Mississippi's Gulf Coast. Yes, Biloxi, we knew that. It's the Computer and Electronics Training Center of the United States Air Force. I did not know that. The Computer and Electronics Training Center for the United States Air Force is right there in Biloxi. And I'd love to go back to Biloxi for shows, but that's not safe. But it is safe for jury duty. I've got that right here. So I'm not going to be doing a show in Biloxi, but I am going to be doing jury duty just for right now. Jen, you got your second dose of Pfizer. Congratulations. David, happy spring. Yes. Cindy, getting your first dose Friday. Congratulations also. Yeah. Jen, I see you say, just do what Norm MacDonald says at jury duty. Say, I can spot a guilty person just like that. Well, it is, in my experience, I've gone in a few times and not been put on the jury. They throw me out as soon as they know you have an opinion or you're smart. Or one time the attorney was asking one of the other prospective jurors if they thought that cops lied, and I laughed out loud, and that was it. I was off. Joan, you're saying you checked with Ramon. He's alive. His words, not mine. Still a lot of anxiety and issues due to the meds they give him when in the military. Well, I'm sad to hear that Ramon's not doing well. I have his piece of art that he sent, that he did for Lady Jerry and I here. Ramon made this beautiful watercolor as a gift to us for doing the show of these lilies. And so I do think of Ramon often, because I have it hanging right up next to me in my office, and I see it all the time. But I'm hoping that we'll see him back here one of these days or weeks. Illinois is opening up jury duty as well. Yeah, you don't have to really get out. Darren, I'm not too worried about having to serve on a jury. And I at this point, it would interfere with our show, but we might just have to do it later in the evening for that one day. They let you do a coroner's inquest instead of jury duty. Bob, that sounds great, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure that they. I'm not sure. I think that's maybe a rural. Is it New Hampshire or Maine that you're in, where they allow that type of stuff? Norman, you're saying you served on a grand jury once and it was very interesting. Yeah, I would think it would be interesting. And in fact, I do have time right now, as I am currently unemployed. And because I forgot to verify my identity on the unemployment site, my payments have been suspended. So now, so I've got my work cut out for me. I've got jury duty. I got to figure out how to get reinstated in my unemployment claim. There's a lot of things going on. Zoom jury sucks, Norman. Oh, God. Well, I hadn't even thought about that. Joan, you're saying you were so close to being on a grand jury, you said you had to serve a year. Well, in my experience, when they've got those long ones, prospective long ones, they do say if they took a roll call in the cases where I was, and this I think happened twice, at least once, where they said, this case could take 3 months, and so we're going to call roll of the available jurors right now, and if you can't do it, say no. And then that was it. They didn't come back on after it. Cindy, you're saying your jury duty is fascinating, unless, of course, it's for a neglected child support issue or something just boring. Yeah, or something horrific. And I had an experience on jury duty where they were interviewing prospective jurors. We got into the courtroom and they were asking questions, and it was for a drug charge, and they were asking prospective jurors about their experience with police, and this woman ended up recounting this story of sexual assault by a police officer that I felt like, just as another human being, I wanted to raise my hand and say, listen, you guys should be having this conversation in another room. There's no reason for this woman to have to tell this story in front of all of us. It was really awful. And I think later that day they asked if cops lied, and I laughed, and then that was the end of my experience. All right, so today's Motivational Monday, I have looked up and I think I might have done this on the show before for Motivational Monday, the 5 regrets of dying people. And I thought that this was interesting, and I'll just kind of go through these quickly because I think I did it before, and then I have some other. I have a list of 100 advice that elderly people have for younger people. Oh, Norman, you're saying you saw a horrific case for indictment in the grand jury, and it freaked us all out. Yeah. See, at my tender age, there's things that I can't even watch on Netflix. Oh my God, we're watching Outlander. And the last episode or 2 of the first season of Outlander is so graphic and horrific, sort of a man-on-man, spoiler alert, rape it was horrible. Anyway, now let's get on to Motivational Monday. Yay, everybody, here's your tip for Monday. Try and watch out for man-on-man, horrible, sadistic rape when you're in your Netflix queue. And they didn't have a good warning for that, and it happened. Anyway, this is a little more advice. Joan, you're saying on to season 5 Outlander. You love it, and that was horrible. God, yes, it was horrible, like hard to imagine. They kept showing detailed graphic depictions of what was going on, and it was like, look, I get it. I don't know, where do I go to tap out? Jiu-jitsu, tap out on this. And it's sadly, because of the new camera and we're not on the Mevo, it doesn't have the wide angle. I did want to show that I'm wearing my Lord Jerry shirt today for Motivational Monday. Here we go. I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. And again, these are dying wishes of people, the things that they regretted about their lives. I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself and not the life others expected of me. Now, this is not one that I will have in my life, because I dropped out of college to become a stand-up comedian. And in spoiler alert, it worked out okay, as you can see. But I do get why that would be a regret, and I encourage you. Most of us here have already lived a decent amount of our lives, but it's never too late to live the life that's more true to yourself. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. Man, that's a good one. That's a good one. I wish I hadn't worked so hard, because I feel like we're all on this treadmill to earn money or get possessions or get things that we think once we get, we're then going to be happy once we have those things. Once I do all this work and I make this money and I set it aside to save it for retirement or buy my dream house or something, then I'm going to be happy. And you work so hard and you don't really get to enjoy your life as much. So I do get that one. I get that one. I don't think I've worked too hard, but I definitely, since I've been married, I haven't missed parts of my life that I regret. I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. That's number 3. Wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. Many people suppress their feelings in order to keep peace with others. And this is not to say that you need to go on an angry tirade to tell everybody who you feel like has done you wrong what they did wrong. But I do get expressing your feelings is important. And if you've got difficulty with someone, it's better to try and calmly talk about it with them, and then to just swallow it every day. That's horrible. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. This is not one that I completely relate to, although there are people in my life who I've lost touch with that I've been trying to get in touch with now. And I would say also it's never too late to do that. So this is something that I hope we're all doing during COVID, is staying in touch with our friends and getting in touch with some friends that we had maybe lost touch with, to see how they're doing, or to tell them about this great show that you watch every day, 3 p.m. California time on Facebook. So staying in touch with friends. Wish I had stayed in touch with friends. And I do get this as people get, especially older than I am now, although some mornings I do feel old. Today I felt pretty good. Man, I slept until the alarm went off. That hardly ever happens. Usually I wake up before the alarm. Today I slept till the alarm went off, and I was kind of like, oh, I can't believe I have to get up. And then also, yes, I slept till the alarm went off. Today, coldest day so far in the ocean. Coldest ocean temperature so far, 55 degrees, according to the internet. And regret number 5, I wish I had let myself be happier. This is a surprisingly common one, it says here. Many did not realize until the end that happiness is a choice. They had stayed stuck in old patterns and habits. The so-called comfort of familiarity overflowed into their emotions as well as their physical lives. Fear of change had them pretending to others and to themselves that they were content with it, when deep within They long to laugh properly and have silliness in life again. Well, I don't think we're lacking for silliness, but I am looking to get some more silliness in my life. As soon as I finish with this ridiculous jury duty, I'm going to be getting in a friggin' truck camper and traveling around. And then I'm going to do some comedy shows. And then I'm going to have a beer. And after that, I'm going to Disneyland. So that's what I had set aside for Motivational Monday today. I'm just going to scroll up and see what's happening up here because people have been chiming in on the. Okay, Jen, you're saying the Allen versus Mia Farrow series on HBO Max was good. I thought about that. Look, it's hard for me to defend Woody Allen because he's a freak, but Mia Farrow is also a freak. And if you look up Moses, formerly Moses Farrow, one of their other adopted kids who was a teenager at the time that these accusations at Dylan were coming out, you get a very different story about what his perception of what was going on and his perception of Woody Allen, and also the fact that there were 2 criminal investigations that Woody Allen was subjected to, and they both found that there was not evidence of sexual assault. But that's that. Cindy, you saw that. Flavia is having car issues. She'll be missing the show. Probably can use some motivation. Well, I hope she's going to tune in. So that was some motivation. I've got the other list of 100 things that seniors advice that they would give to other people. So, Bob, you're saying some of your regrets on your deathbed will be that you didn't discover chocolate-covered cranberries and Velcro sooner. Yes, well, I feel like I'm not making the most out of Velcro, but chocolate-covered cranberries, I think I need a link to purchase those. After the show, I'm gonna be ordering some chocolate-covered cranberries online. But I need a Velcro, and also watching a Velcro tutorial. Sinatra said, I would have taken better care of myself if I knew I was going to live this long. Yeah, I've heard that one before. That's a good one. Jen, you're saying you always have to tamp down your verbal feelings. Well, in your case, I feel like you're releasing enough feelings, but maybe I'm wrong. Cindy, no problem expressing your feelings. There's a lot of tamping down of verbal feelings things. Laura, you're in Vegas going through stuff from junior high and high school, including a bunch of letters from friends you lost touch with a long time ago. I bet that's strange. Yeah, I found a bunch of letters that I had received from friends, and some of those I've saved and looked at, but a lot of them were people that I'd lost touch with, or, the things that were bothering me then were, these super important heartaches, which is, again, a thing that I would that I noticed in the 100 list of things that you should do or advice is a lot of these things that seem like they're so important to us in the moment turn out with the perspective of a few years to be not so important in the big picture. And also, while it's horrible when it's pouring down rain and you're in a thunderstorm, it blows over. And even though you had that horrible experience, once it's over, you get on with your life. Okay, Kevin, you're saying, how do you live and enjoy one day at a time and stay locked into living in the present when you're having relationship issues with someone close to you or financial issues, etc.? Well, Kevin, my heart goes out to you because... man, I know that can be tough. If you're having relationship issues with someone close to you, you really have to try and engage with that person, and hopefully they are willing to engage and also stay calm. But I feel like that's I feel like in a relationship for me, you want compatibility in your interests and your sex drive, of course, and your attitude about money, but you also want compatibility in your ability to address problems, and sometimes two people can come into a relationship where, hey, look, I like yelling and screaming and freaking the fuck out, and the other person's like, well, I do too. Well, that's compatibility, but that's not going to be a great relationship. But if one person grows out of that and gets a little bit of therapy, for example, and is more able to express their feelings and talk about things, and the other person isn't, that can mean that you're sort of on a path towards a separation, which is probably going to be better for both people. But I feel like when I'm in conflict with Lady Jerry, one of the things that I try and do is to stay calm, to feel my anger, to have my anger, but to not express it in terms of verbal yelling or violent, aggressive behavior, so that we can just talk about, this is what's bothering me, this is what I feel like you could do about it, do you think it might be possible to blah, 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 and then we get some give and take. And also, I think, for myself anyway, it's been helpful to, if I'm in a real conflict situation, to take a pause where I just shut the fuck up and maybe get away from that person for a minute and think to myself, is there something that I might be able to apologize for right now? And you'd be surprised. Never underestimate the sex appeal of a sincere apology. That was a thing that I said to my fiance, Lady Jerry. Never underestimate the sex appeal of a sincere apology. And I was talking about me apologizing. But man, that is one that gets thrown back to you when somebody wants an apology. And then the financial issues. That's tough. You got to try and get on a path to a better financial situation. And also, in both of those cases, you got to take a break from the relationship problem and the financial problem, the conflict, and say, look, let's take a vacation from that and do something that we can enjoy. And if you have a little bit of money, you can buy an ice cream bar or something else that you enjoy, a treat like that. And if you have zero money, you can just watch the sunset or look at a bird. Okay, Kevin, I hope that was helpful. And also, I acknowledge pathetic. All right, here we go. Oh, and may I recommend, on the advice of several friends here in the chat, chocolate-covered cranberries. I don't know what they cost, but I think they would be delicious if you can afford them. Hey, Jake, as you get older, do you remember the first time you trusted a fart and shouldn't have? Well, Keys, that happened when I was pretty young. And it was an incidence of food poisoning. So, yeah, I haven't had an elder juicy gas situation that I can remember recently. And maybe that's a sign of getting older. Can't remember the liquid farts. Okay, the funniest letter you found was one you wrote to yourself about a cute boy you had a crush on, so you wouldn't forget him. And it worked, because until you read the letter, you'd totally forgotten that guy. He was cute, though. Yeah, I was on the photography club in 9th grade, and I had a crush on this cheerleader, and I had saved some of the photos of her just cheerleading that I had saved. And when I saw them, I remembered the crush I had on her and just how ridiculous it was. Not creepy, hashtag slightly creepy. Okay, you graduated in the class of 60, 30 are already dead. Should have kept in touch. Yeah, Keith, well, it is too late to keep in touch with the dead people. On the other hand, on the bright side, your to-do list is a little bit shorter now. So do a quick search of the ones that are still alive and start dialing. Cindy, you're saying, and then there's the times when you think you can fall asleep and your brain says, it's like you don't even care about what happened in 3rd grade and it all starts over. Yeah, those are tough ones. That's why I recommended this last week, is I keep a little pad sometimes close to the bed where I can write down those things I think of in the night, so I don't feel like I have to keep thinking about them. Darren, you're saying heartaches, bad news, and letdowns are an inevitable part of life. They rarely last forever. You can learn from them, become stronger, and make the good times seem that much better. Yes, I think that's right. Be still and breathe deep. Norman, that is my advice. That is my advice for those sleep-awake times. Sorry, I got a little distracted reading the comments. For those sleep-awake times, be still, breathe deep. That's going to help you go back to sleep. That's going to help if you're in a serious argument and you just stop talking and start breathing. It's going to have a de-escalating effect on the whole situation. Kevin, thank you very much. You're saying you appreciate it. Well, I thank you. I hope it was helpful, and thank you for watching. I still haven't worked since August. Those financial problems can be consuming. God, Jen, I finally made myself be calm, knowing you could scrape by and that worrying wasn't helping. It was just breaking you down. Yeah, Jen, I don't know if you filed for unemployment, but I know that there's plenty of people I had never thought that I was eligible, and because of the COVID crisis, I was. So I would consider that might be helpful. Okay, Lipitor made you not trust any farts, Rich. That's good to know. Lipitor, watch out for the Lipitor. Okay. Photography Club Bob saying, I bet all the cheerleaders were after the photography club jocks. Yeah, Bob, we made out like bandits. Well, that was back when you didn't have 1,000 photographs of you in your phone at all times. Cindy, you're saying Moody Blues. Yeah, Moody Blues, that's a good band. I don't know if you're recommending Moody Blues, but I would say if you're, after you do your deep breathing and holding still, I recommend ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. I don't know why Moody Blues made me think of that, but Moody Blues are great. Keith, you had a crush on a girl in school and finally got the courage to ask her out, and she said yes. Then a day before the date, she said no. Oh, well, Lady Jerry, we told this story on the show before, but we went out on three, I think three, she says 2 dates, and then she had unfinished business with a boyfriend, and so she couldn't go out with me anymore, which I respected, and also it was nice of her to say that instead of just ghosting me, which wasn't even called that then. And we ran into each other at a party 4.5 years later and wound up together. I doubt that that's going to happen to you, Keith, since now you're married to Uma and everything's great. You don't even want that to happen. Why did I tell that story? FYI, yes, unemployment has saved you, especially that it keeps getting extended. Good until September 1st. Yeah, and we just found out this weekend, Jen, that unemployment or the stimulus, the COVID stimulus thing is supposed to cover, or we heard that it covers your COBRA payments now. So if you're unemployed but you're still paying COBRA to get your health care, the part of the stimulus thing, you can get those reimbursed. And so we're going to be looking into that. Norman, yeah, ELO, don't bring me down. You gotta love it. There's some great episodes of the Doctor Who's the reboot of Doctor Who that started in 2005 with Christopher Eccleston. What's his name? My favorite, David Tennant, and then Matt Smith. Those episodes of Doctor Who, those can bring you up. And there's one where the guy's really into ELO and they play a lot of ELO on it, including that song. On your first date, Jen, your husband said, you're going to have my babies, and you got engaged that minute. Wow. Wow. That's all it took. That's a great advice. If you're really sincere about a lady, you say, you're going to have my babies. It's not, I guess I feel like you really gotta know that that's the right thing to say, because I think that could go wrong. I think that could go wrong. All right. What else was I going to do today? Where are we at? Oh my goodness, time flies. I didn't even get into the 100 and one other pieces of advice for Motivational Monday. Let me just look on the list, because there were a couple on here that I really liked that had to do with drugs and alcohol. Well, here we go. Number 1, don't look at the calendar. Just keep celebrating every day. That's a great song too. And I can't remember, I think it might be Rare Earth. I just want to celebrate another day of living. I just want to celebrate another day of life. That is a good motivational song on a motivational Monday. And the fun meter is at maximum. It's been a pleasure. I thought Lady Jerry was going to stop by. I turned out I was wrong. I'm trying not to let that bother me too much, but hopefully Lady Jerry will be around tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's Bible story and letter for Grandma. We'll see. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Oh, the fart machine is on the fritz. Oh boy, this thing's, oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have the guy in to fix the fart machine. All right, before we go, Having My Baby, Paul Anka. That's a nice song, Bob. Here we go. It's time for Seize the Day. Let's seize this Monday. Seize it. Seizing the Monday. Here we go. It's time for Seize the Day. And today's Seize the Day, chosen at random, sort of, is by Unknown. Unknown. And, don't be jealous of Unknown, because someday we'll all be unknown. All right. You can't leave footprints in the sands of time if you're sitting on your butt. And who wants to leave butt prints in the sands of time? I'm in. I want to leave butt prints in the sands of time. But also get off your butts and do something fun. Enjoy your Monday. Thank you guys for being here. I always feel better after the show than I did at the beginning of the show. Today is no exception. Let's go leave some butt prints in the sands of time. Don't give up. There'll be plenty of time to give up later. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Man, sweet, sweet Monday.